Hey guys, welcome back. Bomb here, bringing you another episode of TCG Live content. Now today, people, we are going to be playing Luxio finally. We're going to be playing some item lock. Isn't that exciting? Item lock in standard. I'm a little torn about it right now. Ooh, what do I call it again? I think I just called it Luxray. No, what did I call it? Oh, that's a C. That's probably why. Here it is. Boom. Alright, so we're playing some item lock today. Now today we are playing item lock, which is super interesting. We haven't had item lock in standard in a long time, but let's go over what we got here. Now Luxio is our main attacker, funny enough. Luxio has 108, it's 80 HP and weak to fighting, which is not great, but we can have some things to mitigate that in a little bit. But we have the attack disconnect here, which means your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand during their next turn. So it's just item lock. It's quaking punch, but instead of for DC, it's for a colorless energy, and it's I'm of the fence. I'm thinking I don't think item lock is that good in standard right now, but there's a lot of rare candy decks out there that really get disrupted by disconnect. So we were able to pry on those on stream. If I have to, because I have to go to school soon, if that ends up becoming a thing, we might have some in-stream battles because like the in-stream battles are really good and really show off the deck. So if I don't have time, we'll end up doing that. But if not, we'll just have all the videos. But be sure to check out the stream that was on the 7th, because we did stream this deck on the 7th. If you guys want to check out the stream on the 7th, twitch.tv/ab.aurabomb, there should be the whole VOD over there. The beginning of the video, the first half of the stream was all Luxray, and it was actually a lot of fun. But yeah, that's just kind of an example of like what Luxray can do. Luxray can stop item lock, can disrupt a little bit because they can't play their Ultra Balls, and yeah. And they can't play their E-Hammers either, so a lot of the time, our counter energies are here to stay. They can't play their Field Blowers, so our Choice Bands and our Stadiums are here to stay as well. So because of that, we're able to actually we're actually able to stick down a lot of our cards, which is really useful. Also, we can evolve into Luxray here. Reason why we can evolve into Luxray and continue to use item lock is because we have Celebi here. We are playing 2 Celebis with Time Recall. Time Recall means you can use the attacks from your previous evolution as an ability. This obviously gets turned off whenever something like item lock or ability lock like Garbodor or Greninja Shadow Stitch is active. So in that case, we don't evolve to Luxray, but in most cases, we're able to safely evolve into Luxray and use the attack. What is it called? Disconnect. But Luxray has some pretty cool things going for it as well. It has a really cool ability, Intimidating Fang. As long as your Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent's active Pokemon. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks do 30 less damage before applying weakness and resistance, which is pretty big. Because think about the attack Buzzwole, right? Buzzwole has Jet Punch, which does 30 damage, which would be doubled to 60. But the thing is, because we're taking less damage before weakness, we're actually taking 0 damage from a Buzzwole's Jet Punch on our Luxray. Now, obviously, if they have strong energies, it does do the 40 damage plus weakness is does 20 damage plus weakness is 40. But a Jet Punch can only do 40 damage to us if they have a strong energy attached, which is pretty crazy. So I actually do like Intimidating Fang a lot on this. It does give us a lot of like 70 more XP plus a really cool ability. We also have the attack Volt Bulge, which is a really good closer for late game. Discard all electric energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 150 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's a good way to like finish them off after we hit them a couple of times with Disconnect. And we do also have to talk about the Shinx here as well. Shinx has the ability Evolutionary Advantage. If you go second, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn. In this deck, no matter what, your opponent will be able to get a turn, unless you play Wally, which I'm not playing Wally. No, even if you do play Wally, no matter what, your opponent gets 1 turn of items, whether you go first or second. If your opponent goes first, they get their items. If you go second, then if your opponent goes first, they get their items. If we go first, they get their items because we can't attack on our first turn. But this is really cool because that means we don't have to play cards like Wally to start item locking them before they get 2 turns of items, which is really dope. So shout outs to Shinx for being really useful. And that's it as far as the main attackers. Now we do have some tech attackers here as well. We have a Cobalion with Revenge Blast. We do play our counter energies here, which are super useful because Luxio's attack is a colorless attack cost. So even if we do attach a counter energy and it doesn't have the effect of 2 energies, we can still use it to attack with Shinx and get off the damage since it is a colorless attack cost, which is pretty useful. But if the counter energies do activate and we're playing against the likes of Guardy, we can take some big knockouts with Revenge Blast. If we're playing against Volcanion, most of the time they do have a big bench. We don't play down Parallel in that matchup unless it's facing their side, I guess, to reduce their damage. But Resolute Blade does do 20 damage for each Pokemon on your opponent's bench. So they have like a bench of what, 4? You hit for 80. which is 160 or 190 with a choice band, and that's pretty common for Volcanion. Not to mention, it's just big damage. It's not a big deal. And then we are playing Tapu Lele. Now, we have the Magical Swap attack, which we're mainly using this for. Magical Swap is super useful because a lot of the time your opponent is going to play around your whole, you know, like, your whole, like, is going to be playing around taking knockouts by playing Guzmas when they need to, by switching if they can, and preventing knockouts. But Magical Swap is super useful if they do take one knockout, our counter energies are alive, and then all of a sudden we can just move the damage counters and knock out whatever we want, which is really helpful. A lot of the time we're going to be behind on prizes, so ends stick a lot more, which is why we're playing 4 ends, and then we can usually get away with playing a Tapu Lele Magical Swap, and your opponent can't usually get out of that situation because they don't have enough cards in their hand or enough items or anything like that. So this Tapu Lele has been super clutch in some games that we played online. And of course we're finishing off with 2 Leles. And that's going to be the Pokemon lineup. As far as everything else goes, we are playing 2 E-Hammers because Zoroark is an issue. Zoroark can Oko or Luxios, and a lot of our other tech Pokemon as well. So having E-Hammers is just nice. It's also good for strong energies. 1 Field Blower, we don't really need more than 1 because if we're item locking, if we item lock before Garbodor puts down their Floatstone, then they can never put down their Floatstone unless they break our item lock. So Field Blower, we don't have to play that high of a count for that reason. 3 max potions. Yeah, 3 max potions because it is a 1 energy attack cost. So being able to fully heal our Luxray or our Luxio or anything like that is always really handy since we can just attach an energy the following turn. 1 Stretcher and 1 Super Rod. I want to put the basic energies back, but I also want to put Pokemon into my hand in case I need to, such as the likes of Shining Celebi. So having the split is really nice. 2 Timer Balls, super useful in this deck. I didn't think I'd like it that much, but I like Timer Balls more than Evo Sodas just in general. And this deck kind of does do with Timer Ball. Even if we fail, it's not a big deal. We can just draw some more. We have 4 Ultra Balls, 2 Parallels, just more disruption. Just trying to disrupt as much as possible without without ruining consistency. 1 Bridget. I would like 2, but we brought it down to 1 just to make space for everything else because everything is so useful in this deck. 1 Cynthia. All we really need is 1 because we're playing a pretty heavy count of Sycamore in 3, and we're also playing 4 ends. And we're playing 3 Guzma, mainly for Guzma stalling, just to also spread damage, take knockouts where we need to, things like that. We're playing 1 Volkner. I don't know if I'd keep this card if I were to play this like in a tournament, but Volkner is, I mean, it's a new deck, it's a new card. I try to show off as many new cards as possible. Volkner I like because you can grab your electric energy as well as an item card like an Ultra Ball, Max Potion, even a Timer Ball in some cases, just if you want to be trolly. Ultra Ball is mainly what you grab though. You can also grab Choice Band, or which we play 3 of, or you can grab a Skateboard. I am playing Skateboard because I don't want anyone to break our lock. I don't want Paralysis to break our lock. I don't want any shenanigans breaking our lock. Because everything has a 1 or 2 retreat cost, and since the attack cost of Luxio is just a 1 energy attack cost, I usually never mind attaching an energy and retreating if I have to with a Skateboard, but most of the time I'm able to retreat just for free by attaching it, and if my opponent is playing anything like Evo Shock Raichu, that can be really annoying to us because it can break our lock. Our lock is stronger than Evo Shock lock, so I don't know how often you see Evo Shock in Standard, but with Oranguru and Looker and all this stuff, like Evo Shock is becoming a little bit more popular. And it's just nice to stop any status conditions that prevents from retreating as well. We are playing a 4-4 split of Counter Energy and Lightning Energy as well, but that's going to be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get a couple of games. I think I want to switch up the music though. I don't know if this music really fits my style. Let's play, I have like a new Potown remix, let's play that. Yeah. I don't know if I like this either. We'll play Splash Hills, we'll do some Sonic music. Yeah, this is going to be the final, oh by the way, I do want to mention, I don't know if I'm actually going to cut this out or not, but if I'm not cutting this out, I do want to mention that I thought today was going to be the last video. This is actually video number 9. Alright guys, sorry about the cut, but we are back. I have to remember to cut that out too. But we are back for another game. Let me actually write down to cut that, because I will forget. I will indeed forget. I really hope I don't forget, but I will forget. Let's do new note. Cut. Got interrupted, so that's my bad. Cut at 15 mins Luxray. Luckily, it was really early in the video, but I don't want to redo my whole intro because I like doing my intro. My intro is pretty good, is what I was trying to say. This hand is almost good. Actually, no, it's great. Never mind. This is actually a great hand. I'm losing my Super Rod here, which is not super. Ha 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 ha. But we have energy, we have Luxio, and we have counter energy, so we can actually do the do. Playing against Ninetales, he can't play Aqua Patches, which is great. So if he's playing Ninetales, like straight Ninetales, with Zoroark that is, hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Yeah, if he's playing Ninetales Zoroark, we could take advantage of the fact that he can't play Aqua Patches, he can't play E-Hammers, or any shenanigans like that. He can go ahead and play down his Lele. He already lost 2 Ultra Balls, so searching late game is going to be really bad for him. He is going to have trades, though, which is going to be always annoying to deal with. So as long as he doesn't get trades right away, we should be set. But late game is going to be really useful for us. He can snipe our bench for 50, so ideally I have to evolve both of these Luxios. Both of these Shinxties turns into Luxios. And I have to play E-Hammers, and I mean, I have all the tools I need to beat this, I just have to beat it. He is playing multiple Zoros, which is just a smarter thing to do. We're losing a Lux right here, which is not great. If he doesn't evolve right away, since he couldn't beacon this turn, that's going to be really handy as well. But he's going to be able to beacon next turn, which is not great either. But it's definitely not horrible to deal with. Let's see if I can land this. 1 heads. Alright, that's all I need is 1 heads. So he doesn't snipe us with Ninetales next turn. No real reason for me to play anything else right now. I can end next turn. I can attach a lightning energy as well. But I probably won't do that. I'm going to try to preserve my max potions. Because Ninetales actually can't knock out a Luxray, which is super dope. Luxray has 150 HP, but as long as it has the ability, it is right out of range of Ninetales' Ice Blade. The only thing I'm worried about is the GX attack. The GX attack is actually super scary in this matchup. That's fine. I don't really need my Choice Band right away. I can get it later. The GX attack is going to be like super frightening though. I have the Guzma around the GX attack. Speaking of Guzmas, and we got another Timer Ball as well. So this is actually really nice. This is actually a really dope hand to draw. He can rush in if he wants to, I guess. And attack me for what, 30? No biggie there. He actually does 0 if I evolve into my Luxray. Actually, he does 10 technically, never mind. I need to get Celebi out though, so we're going to go ahead and do that. If I can land one of these, of all these both the Luxrays, that'd be really nice. Nice. Cool. That's not a Luxray. Alright, let's get out both Luxrays, and let's go ahead and get out of Celebi. And we can actually do some snipe damage. I actually do want to knock out this turn, so I am going to knock out the Vulpix, take prizes where I can. I do have free retreat though, so I could just retreat next turn and keep the energy in hand. Or I could toss the energy, since that's like what I probably have to do, because I want to keep N in my hand as well. Let's get Celebi down. I should probably check my prizes. Lele might be useful late game in case he doesn't GX attack me, but I do want to attack only the I only want to attack the things that aren't this. Actually, I could preserve this right now. Because he doesn't have things yet. I could just attack this for a little bit. Because this is the only thing that can attack me, but I'd rather not give a Vulpix an opportunity to evolve. I think. Maybe that's not the right play. I'm trying to think. Which is smarter? I think just attacking right now is smarter. Yeah, I think just attacking right now is perfectly fine. Eventually we'll be able to get a max push and heal this up. Because this is going to be my biggest threat to me, right? There's a Ninetales GX. I don't want to attack Ninetales. Yeah, I'm going to preserve my ends so that I can attack things that aren't the Ninetales. My Guzmas, that is. One thing I do want to play in this deck is like 4 Guzmas. He's going to do this, which is fine. Not a big deal there. I guess he's going to beacon this turn. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to not attack these Vulpixes and these Ninetales, just in general. I'd rather take my prizes on these other Pokemon. But I think I have to end this turn and try to get a Skateboard. Let's see what we can top deck. If I can get an Energy, that could be really nice. But I think I end, because I can't let him have Zoroarks. I'm going to try to deny Zoroarks as long as possible. But getting an Energy shouldn't be that bad. Yep, we should be set here. And we'll go ahead and knock out this one Vulpix. It's not ideal. I did just mention I didn't want to do that, but it's a 1 retreat cost with Celebi. Not a big deal. We can take our knockout here. We have 2 Guzmas in hand. We can potentially get more energies. But I already lost Super Rod, so I have to be very careful about how many energies I discard. We only play 4 basics, but it shouldn't be too bad. There's my escape board. Yeah, we take a prize here, and that's fine. We're going to Guzma around this as much as possible. The only issue that I have with Guzma is that he's always going to be able to go into this. So I have to knock this out first. This cannot knock me out, but he does have 2 water energies on him already, which is problematic. He's going to end me, which is fine. This is actually a really tough matchup, because I can't attack the Ninetales, because he can GX me. So it's actually super annoying to deal with. He already got his Zorak down, so now things are just going to get problematic. I guess I attack Zorak. Maybe that's just my best play, is to attack Zorak. I don't know. This is actually really rough. See, Ninetales isn't super popular right now because there's too many things that beat it. So very surprised. Decrease damage, bro. Wait a minute, does that decrease everyone's damage? Oh, that's so dope. Bro, that's actually so cool. I didn't know that. That's wild. Do I bridge it here? I guess I should because there's nothing else for me to really do. Magical swap could be cool, but I mean, I might as well play it on the Keldeo. Actually, I shouldn't do that because... oh, Cobalion would have been so dope this matchup, but I don't have my Cobalion's prized. If he takes knockouts, I can abuse Cobalion later. We can't Guzma here, so maybe I just... Oh, whoops, well, I hit the... I was trying to hit off the Pokemon, but I was going to say maybe I should just attach the Choice Band, but maybe not. We'll see what happens. He can only GX attack me once, so with that in mind, I could hopefully get another Luxio down and go from there. We'll see what happens. He's going to Guzma me again. Okay, he's going to knock out Celebi. I have one in hand, so it's not a big deal. And it's good that he brought this out. Hopefully he attacks me with the Zoroark, and then I can E-Hammer it, and then this Zoroark can stick. Because he already played down 2 Guzmas. That's 3 Guzmas gone already. He shouldn't have any more. So, if this can stick here... I need to get a draw supporter. I mean, not a draw supporter, I mean, then again, he could just knock out Zor. He could just attack the... He could attack me with Zorak. Oh, that's kind of tough. Volt Bolt might be useful later. I could attack with this Luxray onto this Zorak. Or maybe I can magical swap later. He can hit me for 120, which becomes 100, which is not a knockout. So that's something to keep in mind. And I can max potion the following turn. So what I'm going to do is actually just do that, huh? That seems pretty decent. Disconnect for 60. He can't knock out anything. I guess he can Guzma this if he plays 4 Guzmas, but I don't know if he's playing 4 Guzmas. And eventually I'll be able to magical swap. And with all this damage on the board, like just a little bit more damage, and a magical swap is going to be super powerful. But we're running really, like, we're not getting draw supporters. I've noticed this recently when I was playing the game too. I'm not drawing my draw supporters. I'm playing 8, which is a pretty hefty amount. And we're playing 2 Lele's and like 4 Ultra Balls, so like the stereotypical amount. But we've already lost 2 Ultra Balls. Ends are going to be really powerful if he takes knockouts as well. So hopefully we can get a couple ends. So we can max potion this, which is going to be really nice, just to deny some knockouts as well. Blizzard Edge does not take a knockout. I guess he could technically retreat and attack me with Blizzard Edge here, and that could be kind of annoying. Because we only have 30, 90, 120 damage on the board right now. So I want to have more than 120 damage on the board. But he isn't right as beating like I thought he would. I didn't think he'd want to lose too many things. So we'll max potion here. Attach another one. We're going to do another 60. So once again, the damage is going to rack up. And then once he takes a knockout, I can activate my shenanigans with Tapu Lele. So, and then we'll take a bunch of prizes at once. But I really, really need... I don't want him to play down another Guzma, but I highly doubt he plays another Guzma. So, yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and disconnect again. Let's see what happens here. Oh! I messed up, didn't I? How long have I been recording? 25 minutes already? Alright, so I might have to cut out the audio from this video and put in my own audio. That's really annoying. Alright, so Magikarp Festival it is. Magikarp Festival it is. So this is good because whenever they trade, they trade away most of their item cards, right? So they don't have to play them down or use them, which is really helpful for me late game. Because, what's he going to do with this? Blizzard Edge doesn't knock out anything. Unless he Guzmas, and I don't think he plays Guzma. Yeah, he's going to just do this, and then I can Guzma my opponent next turn. That's fine. The tank. Oh god, This is getting annoying. I don't want to attach my special energy. I could play special charge in this deck. There's a couple options I have. But right now, I don't really want to... I don't want to lose Luxray. Not yet, at least. Because this thing has a DCE. I'm trying to get a draw supporter so I can get E-Hammer. If that thing didn't have a DCE, it wouldn't be an issue, because then I'd be able to stick anything. I don't know if this deck plays... I doubt this deck plays parallel. But I'm doing my best to make sure, like... I can't really rely anymore on counter energy, huh? Here's what I can do. Let me just damage this. Alright, I think I'm going to let him knock out Luxray. Because I want ends to be stronger and stronger. I'm not going to attach my counter energy yet. I really want to attach that to Tapu Lele, like really, really, really bad. So I'm gonna put just a bunch of damage down. This is enough to knock this out already, so that's handy. I'd rather knock out Ninetales. Ninetales is the biggest threat to me, because I don't want its GX attack to be super useful. He already lost a Vulpix, and here's what I was talking about. Now he can manually retreat to anything he wants, or he can just attack me with this. This does not knock me out. He has to attack me with this. But I need my E-Hammers. I need a draw supporter, dude. Where are my draw supporters at, big dog? Like, come on. Come on. I need my draw supporters, man. I play a heavy count for a reason. I might have to just play more. I have to figure out what I'm going to cut, though. I don't want to cut timer balls, because timer balls have been super useful. But I know that's like the one thing everybody keeps telling me to cut in my video. I could cut Volkner and just take that out entirely. That might be useful. Although Volkner did... Well, I don't know. Volkner... Never mind. He's on Cynthia, so he's putting himself down to a lower hand size, which is really good for me. He thinks he's going to break my item lock. Ha! Ha! Alright, so he's going to knock me out here. I can hit him for another 30 damage. Let's see if I can draw anything useful, though. Okay, finally. Alright, we can play this down. Play this down. Play the... He can't play Field Blower because we're item locking him. But unfortunately, we cannot attach my counter energy. There's my E. Finally! This is good because he can't retreat this unless he gets another DCE. I don't want to parallel him, but I can reduce his damage output with parallel. Make him do 0 with this attack. That could be handy. Is that worth it though? Because I don't want him to discard his damage Zoroark. If I bench myself, what happens? There could be problems if I bench myself, so I'm not going to do it. There's nothing to Field Blower. I think we just kind of disconnect some more. If I can get 30 more damage on this, I can take a knockout with Bolt. And he's gonna, I guess he's gonna let it happen. I need more Luxios. I need my Rescue Stretcher as well. Like, he's just gonna let this be knocked out, which is huge. Okay, we can get down another Luxio now, which is great for us. Choice bands don't matter. I don't think he'll ever be able to play down a Float Stone now that we're item locking. So let me get down a Luxio here. And we're gonna play N, bring him down to 4. And this is really cool. This deck is really good because it's very comeback-esque. Oh, come on. Don't do any shenanigans to me. My internet's fine. Alright, we'll play N here. Preserve the Lele for future Guzmas. Like this. No, there's my Lele. So now all I need here is another counter energy. We only have one more in the deck, maybe. So I have to keep that in mind. But counter energy is going to be so good, especially if we can counter energy while keeping this in the active. Because then we can take 4 prizes in one turn. So if I can get like a top deck counter energy, that'd be like best case scenario. We keep that in the active, which is hard for him to retreat. He'd have to maybe play down a Float Stone that he hasn't traded yet. But the longer we let him trade item cards, the better it'll be for us. That way he has less item outs. He doesn't even have any bench space, although he's probably going to try to load this up, huh? That's pretty smart. But which means I really, really, really need to get my counter energy next turn. Yeah, he's dropping choice bands, which is obviously not super important for him, but it does keep my Lele safe as well. Max Potion, how I'm gonna miss you. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna make the play. We have 12 cards left in the deck. We also have a Rescue Stretcher in the deck. If we take 4 prizes, ends are gonna be super strong. I think I just got a message, and that might have been important. Oh, there's tornado drills on my school. That's fine. I could drop Lele right here and just try to see what I have in the deck. I think I'm just gonna... I think I will Sycamore. E-Hammer is less useful right now. Max Potions are super useful right now. We got the counter energy. Oh, I'm glad I made the play. I'm so glad I made the play. This is gonna be hilarious. Retreat into this, because we are behind on prizes right now. And then counter energy. And then we're gonna go ahead and magical swap and knock out 2 Pokemon at once. So move this to here. Oh, actually we can only knock out 1 Pokemon at once, but we're gonna move all the damage counters here. And we can put this in Volt Bolt range as well, because we already have a counter energy attached, so in case he does take a knockout next turn. This being stuck in the active is really nice. Also, Keldeo can do some big damage, but we don't have any more counter energy, so Keldeo can actually be tossed. It's not a big deal. We do get rid of all the work he put into 1 Pokemon. I'm gonna keep 10 energies on it so that it can die easier, in case I needed to. But he's 2 Volt Bolts away from losing. He's 140 on him right now. This is gonna take forever, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And we'll spread out the damage to the rest of his Pokemon. 20 on the Lele. And 60 on a Zoroark. And then I guess we'll keep the extra damage anywhere else. Let's see. Yeah, 2 more. Which will put him exactly at 60 on a Zoroark, 20 on a Lele, so they're both in Volt Bolt range. Which is really good for us. Yep. There we go. So he gets a turn of items, but that should be okay for us. We take 2 prizes here. If he takes another... Ooh, man, now we get you. What's up, Cobalion? How you doing, big dog? If my opponent takes a bunch of prizes, and I gotta stop thinking about that, because we actually don't have any more counter energies. So, something to keep in mind. Maybe I should play a thing in this deck. A special charge. It wouldn't be bad. But it just goes to show, like, what all am I going to play versus what am I not going to play. Oh, he's going to try to dig for these DCEs. That's a good play. Now that he has items back. Does he have a draw supporter, though? Or is he just going to trade? If he gets these DCEs, he will take a knockout. 30, 60, 90. Actually, he doesn't take a knockout on this, but there's no way he has more Goosebumps. I refuse to believe he has more Goosebumps in his deck. And if he whiffs DCE here, we can end him back down to 4. There's another Vulpix, which is another easy prize for us, so I don't know why he did that. But it is what it is there. Now he has Floatstone, so we lost Field Blower. He's always going to be able to move his Pokemon around, which is not great, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world either. Kukui, interesting. Does he have DCE? Kukui still doesn't knock us out. Yes, it does, never mind. It just barely knocks us out. But did he get the... He didn't get the DC, that sucks. Poor dude, poor dude, poor dude. But attaching 2 water energies is probably better than attaching DCs anyways. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Because I don't really think it's important to end him right now. Dude, I'm getting bombed on my phone right now. Everybody needs to stop. Leave me alone. Let's see. I can Guzma here. And just keep damaging the Zoroark for big damage. Eventually being able to knock it out. I could also keep damaging the Lele, but I also want to damage the Zoroark here. I want to take as much... What happened? Oh no. I was looking at my phone because people kept calling me. I thought it was important. Ah! He's putting the Guzmas back. No. Oh, that sucks. That's really bad for me. That's real bad for me. Because the Guzmas are kind of what stopped me from losing. I can still win. Especially if he takes a prize here, because I can very easily take 2 prizes for game. But I really... Oh, it's so problematic. That's so problematic. That's so problematic. I thought I had 15 seconds. Did that give me like 5 seconds or something? Like, I don't understand what happened there. I thought I had so much time. I thought I had so much time. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. He's getting rid of my Choice Band and Skateboard, which is annoying. But now I think I lose because of the whole freaking I wish the school kept calling me, man. I'm so upset. I'm actually so upset. This was actually going to be a really good, fun game. He can't knock me out, but he can retreat, I guess, if he wants to. But I don't know what he's retreating to. Mind Jack for 80. 50 reduced down to 20 is not a knockout, so that's pretty handy. But I want to keep Lele alive. I guess we can Guzma here. We don't have another Field Blower, so there's not too much I can do about that. He can get rid of his damage Zoroark, which is something I don't want to happen. I don't want him to use his GX attack. The more damage I can put on the board, the better. We don't have any more counter energies. There's not too many other Pokemon I want to play. So what I could do here is parallel myself, reducing his water damage. Getting rid of my Lele on the bench as well, since we don't really have a reason. I don't think we have any more Leles left, now that I think about it. Yeah, and we can also Guzma up you, keeping our energy on the board, and putting 60 damage on the board as well. And now his Ninetales does absolutely nothing. Disconnect. So 60, 80, 60, 120, 140, 150 damage on the board so far. And if I get more lightning energies, then I'll be able to do even more damage. But yeah, Zoroark's tough, bro. But it's not even the Zoroark part, it's just the fact that he has Palpad, which means he has Guzmas back. Guzmas are gonna knock out my Lele, which is bad for me. Oh, he's going for Celebi. I have a Luxio down, but like that's still pretty smart. I have Stretcher, so I'm not too worried about it. I just have to draw into Stretcher. But my counter energy is still not live. We just need a little bit more for my counter energy to be live. He is going out into a damaged Zoroark, so another 60 damage on the board does give me another 2 prizes. We have N here, so I'm gonna play the N. Hopefully draw into something useful. We got Max Potion, Guzma, and another Luxio. We just have to draw into our Stretcher, which is another thing I want to do. I wanted to Stretcher in the Celebi back, but it is what it is there. He does knock us out, but I do get an extra turn of Item Lock, which is another 30 damage on the board. So we'll go ahead and do it. And then we'll have our counter energies live again, which is really important. Counter energies being live mean what for me? I can knock out this for sure, and then keep damage on the board for game, I think. Actually, we might just win. If I can draw Celebi, which is 1 in 5 chance of drawing a Stretcher every turn, I think I can win this game. Especially if he doesn't Guzma here. Especially if he doesn't Guzma here, actually. If I can keep my Lele alive, then I think I win the game. But, he already played, I think, one of his Guzmas. He has one more left, which means he just needs to not get it off this. Which he definitely can. He definitely has it, obviously. But if he plays Guzma, he doesn't play N and I win. So there's that. So that's just GG. Unless... I guess we just won through deck out. I'll take it. Well played, bro. Hey, it is what it is. We grinded out the game. We did what Item Lock does best. So Zoroark over trades. This is what happens. So that was a grindy game, which took us 40 minutes, and I'm really upset that you guys don't get to hear like the background music, but it is what it is. So everything about me switching background music, ignore that completely. That was 40 minutes. Do I have time for one more game? We might have time for one more game, but it's already so late. My God. Well, I mean, I could end it here and say that was like our worst matchup. Oh man. Oh man. So, but you guys saw how we played around it, right? We don't want to attack the Ninetales because the Ninetales GX attack is actually a huge bother to us. It removes damage counters on the board. You guys saw how the Tapu Lele swap would have won us the game. Obviously, he had to dig super hard to Guzma for game, but it is what it is. Even with us not item locking one turn so that way he couldn't play Palpad or Special Charge, we were still able to power through that game. So even playing this game on hard mode, still managed to net us a victory. I guess he's just stalling right here. I'm gonna tell him you have a good deck because it's Ninetales. But he's literally just gonna stall. There we go. Oh, I went to pass. We'll be respectful, since he is playing Ninetales, and we even got the Stretcher for the following turn, which would have been perfect for us. Yeah, even if he didn't dig for Guzma and he chose to just end that turn, I think we would have won. Hey, that's super dope. So that was a 40-minute game. You know what? Maybe I will add. I guess I will add some of the Twitch games, like because I know the Twitch games are, I think, quick. Maybe if okay. So if the let me just go over the deck real quick. If the video is longer than 40 minutes, it is what it is. But I don't like my videos to ever be longer than an hour, so it is what it is. There. If you guys want to see more games, if I don't put in like 1 or 2 games from Twitch, go ahead and check out the Twitch games. We played against Vikabulu, which was just hilarious because a lot of Vikabulu decks aren't playing Charge Buck, and this is why I always tell people, because this card exists in format just in general, you should be playing a one of at least your middle evolution, no matter what deck you play. Because that's why people were telling me, oh, you should take out the Magneton out of your Duskmane, the Crosman deck list, and you can add more consistency cards that way. It's like, I mean, I could, but then I would straight up lose to item lock, and I don't want to straight up lose to item lock. The deck doesn't really need items to run, but it does need the rare candy. But this is going to be the deck list, guys. There's definitely some kinks that I can work out. Like, I want to play in more draw supporters, and I want to put in a special charge now, because I saw how useful special charge was. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's just a motorcycle. I thought somebody came in my house and started yelling. Sorry if you guys heard that. Cards, I mean, the thing is, though, I don't know what I would take out if I were to do that. Timer Ball is really useful just because it can get you these, and these are really, really, really important. Bridget is obviously good. Played 2 Bridgets, but I just couldn't make the room. Escape Board is really useful. I mean, it's just a float stone, but like sometimes a lot better. And since everything's a 1 energy attack cost, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Let me know what you guys would cut in the comments down below. Maybe you think it's not even worth teching for Guardy, or it's not even worth teching for Volcanion. I think it's definitely worth teching for Volcanion, because Volcanion's a horrible matchup, because they can steam up and they don't really need abilities to ramp up, or they don't need items to ramp up. They just need to be able to play Volcanions down. So I think you actually have to play this Keldeo with counter energies. Cobalion maybe less useful, but it is really hard to knock out Guardians because they have 230 HP. Now, they don't have access to rare candy, so maybe you can argue the fact that, hey, because they can't rare candy very quickly, you can actually put more damage on the board, but you're not winning the game quickly. And they have Twilight, so they can refill their deck, so there's no deck out options. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Shout out, Luxray is actually really good. I was actually sleeping on the Luxio Luxray deck. I think it's a really, really good deck. It just sucks because you auto lose to Greninja, because Moonlight Slash knocks out Luxio, and Shadow Stitch does turn off Celebi, so you can actually never evolve into your Luxray. Unfortunately, Shrine of Memories would rotate, so it is what it is there. But overall, very fun deck, definitely worth trying out if you haven't played this already. And that's gonna be it. Tomorrow will be our final deck of our 10 days straight of videos. So if you haven't dropped a like on this video, we're trying to get every video to 40. I'll tell you right now, as of recording this video, my Leafeon video has not uploaded yet. So right now, Empoleon is 9 likes away from 40, and Glaceon Zoroark is 13 likes away from 40. So remember, if we hit 40 likes in every video of my TCGO content, I will upload a top 10. I will upload a top 10. I think that's what I'll do. Top 10 Ultra Prism cards, in my opinion. Because I've never done top 10 before, and that could be really fun. But it's all up to you guys, and then we'll do like probably 5 more days of Ultra Prism content with like updated decks like Gardevoir, Greninja, Vikabulu, things like that. There's a lot of decks that are a lot better than they used to be because of Ultra Prism, just because of the introduction of Cynthia. And I would love to show that to you guys. But that's gonna be it, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, share all the good jazz, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Peace.